Hi everyone, welcome back to my SAT math class. Today's topic is inequalities. When you solve inequalities, we have only one different thing from equation, right? Most of steps of inequalities are same steps as equations. But the one thing is different, right? I'm going to explain that different thing with this example. 3x minus 4 is less than or equal to 5 and x plus 2. X plus 2. What is the first step to solve this? Distributive property, right? By 5. 3x minus 4 is less than or equal to 5x plus 10. I want to add 4 at both sides. So left side is going to be just 3x less than or equal to 5x plus 14. So I'm going to gather all x from the left side, so I want to subtract 5x from both sides. Minus 5x minus 5x. So only negative 2x is left side, and then less than or equal to 14. What is the last step? We have to divide by negative 2, right? To isolate x alone. So negative 2 over negative 2 is going to be 1. So only x is left. And then the right side is going to be negative 7. Wait a second. This is a little different, right? From equation. If there was equation, x equals negative 7. But it is not inequalities. When you divide both sides of inequalities by negative number, the direction of inequalities should be changed. In this case, less than or equal to should be changed to what? Greater than or equal to. So your final answer is x is greater than or equal to negative 7. One more time, when you divide both sides of inequalities, negative number, that direction of inequalities should be changed from greater than to less than, from less than to greater than. We have to understand some expression to solve or to make inequalities. Some inequality problem includes this term at least, like a is at least 5, x plus y is at least 6, something like that, right? Okay, at least means what? At least 5 means 5 or greater than 5. So that is greater than or equal to. You have to change at least to what? Greater than or equal to. Sometimes you find at most. At most. It's opposite, right? What does at most means? At most means inequality problem less than or equal to. X is at most 4. That means x is possible maximum value is 4, so less than or equal to 4. Sometimes you find that no more than. X is no more than 5. That is as well less than or equal to. What about no less than? No less than 5. What does it mean? It's greater than or equal to. So when you build up, when you make inequality, sometimes you can find that these words, okay, you use right inequalities to make your inequality solve that problem. So now I'm going to explain system of linear inequalities. System of linear inequalities. I explained that how to solve a system of inequalities with an example. What about x minus y is greater than 4? 2x plus y is less than or equal to 3. How can you solve this system of inequalities? Basically, we have to draw both graphs. Y-axis and x-axis. Let the first inequality is number 1, is number 2. Just draw x minus y equals 4, that graph. And then if that inequality doesn't include equal sign, there's no equal sign here, right? No equal sign. That means you have to draw the graph dashed line. Like number 2 equation, number 2 function. To draw the function graph, if that includes equal sign, Draw the graph with solid line. Let me draw the first one first. How can I draw that graph? There are many ways. Basically, I want to use x-intercept to y-intercept. Okay, we learned that already, right? X-intercept means x value when y equals 0. If y is 0, x is 4. This point x-intercept, first equation. What a y-intercept? Y-intercept is y value when x equals to 0. That's negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. And then connect those 2 points with solid line or dashed line. Dashed line because there is no equal sign. What is the solution of these inequalities? Solution is not one point. Solution is kind of an area. Okay? This line actually separates xy coordinate plane into two different areas, right? This side and this side. One of these two sides is the answer. So how can you decide the side? Just plug in any point not on the line, not on the graph. The easiest point in this case is 0 and 0, isn't it? 0 and 0 is not on the line. So I'm going to try to plug in 0 and 0 for x and y. So 0 minus 0. Is that true or false? 0 cannot be greater than 4. That is false. If that is false, the other side, not including that point we plugged in, is the answer side. So this side is the answer side. Let's go to second inequalities. Y equals negative 2x plus 3, right? I want to use a different form this time. It's y equals negative 2x. I want to use this equation. So positive 3 is y-intercept. And then slope is negative 2. Or if x is 1, y is 1, right? Because negative 2 plus 3 is 1. On these 2 points. It includes equal signs. So I'm going to draw dashed line or solid line. Solid line. Okay, 0, 0 is not on the graph again. I try to plug in 0 and 0 for x and y. 2 times 0 plus 0. Is that less than 3? Yes, that's true. When you plug in 0 and 0, then that is true. That side, including that point, is the actual answers. So which part of this plane actually can be solution for both? This side, the final answer, right? That means any point in this area, okay, actually satisfy both inequalities. Sometimes to choose answer for SAT problem, especially multiple choice problem, some choices give some points, which point can be solution of the system of inequalities. You can solve it and then just check which point is in that area. Or just plug in the number, the point x and y coordinate for both inequalities. If a point actually make both inequalities become true, that point can be answers. Okay, let me solve some problem now. Let's go. First problem is this. Y is less than negative x plus a, and y is greater than x plus b. In xy plane, 0, 0 is a solution. That means when you plug in 0 for x and 0 for y for both inequalities, both should be true, isn't it? And then we show the following relationship between a and b must be true. A and b must be true. So plug in 0 and 0 for x and y. 0, 0. That must be true. So 0 is less than a. That means a is greater than 0. I'm going to plug in 0 and 0 for the second inequalities. 0 and 0. 0 is greater than b. That means b is negative number. Okay. A is a positive number. B is a negative number. See, positive number is always greater than negative number, isn't it? So I think A's answer, A is greater than B. That's true. B is false. C depends on, I don't know how big is A, how small is A. I don't know that, right? So A should be negative B. It doesn't have to. A is just positive and B is just negative. A is the answer. If system of inequalities, y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 1 and y is greater than 1/2 x minus 1. is graphed in xy plane above, which quadrant contain 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrant, right? Which one of these? Okay, contain no solution. So we draw both graph. First, y equals 2x plus 1. Y-intercept is 1, slope is 2, so it looks like this. I just plug in 0, 0. True or false? 0 is greater than 1, that's false. So which side? This side. The other side not including 0 and 0. Because when you plug in 0, 0, that inequality becomes false. What about second equation? It is -1 is y-intercept. 1/2 is the slope, so it looks like this. Actually, you need to draw dashed line, but for this problem, maybe okay. So 0, 0 is not on the graph. So I'm gonna plug in 0 and 0. What happened? 0 is greater than negative. That's true, right? Same side including that point is answers. So which one is overlapped region? Actually, this line and this line, this area is overlapped region. So first quadrant actually including some part. This part is first quadrant. Definitely second quadrant includes this much. What about third quadrant? Yeah, that includes this much, right? Fourth quadrant, never including that area, right? So quadrant 4, fourth quadrant, never contain any solution. So what is the answer? C. Number 36, y is less than or equal to negative 15x plus 3000. Then y is less than or equal to 5x. And then A and B, AB lies in the solution set. That means AB is one of the solution of the system of equation. Inequalities, I mean. So plug in A and B for x and y, that must be true, isn't it? And what is the maximum possible value of B? Basically, I'm going to plug in A for x, B for y. So B is less than or equal to negative 15A, 3000. Second inequality is B is less than or equal to 5A. I'll change this part. B is less than or equal to negative 3 times 5A plus 3000. That makes sense, right? And then what is B? B is less than equal to or equal to 5A. So what about just substitute B for 5A? Okay, so B is less than or equal to negative 3B plus 3000. And then solve for B, add 3B, add 3B. 4B is less than or equal to 3000. So what is B? B is less than or equal to 3000 divided by 4. What is 3000 divided by 4? 750. So B supposed to be less than or equal to 750. That means possible maximum value of B is what? 750. This is the answer. Number 7. Jackie has 2 summer jobs. She works as a tutor, which pays $12 per hour. And she works as a lifeguard, which pays $9.50 per hour. She can work no more than 20 hours. I already explained that no more than 20 hours. So less than or equal to 20 hours, right? But she wants to earn at least, I already explained that too, at least $220, greater than or equal to $220. So your inequality should be like this. No more than 20 hours, that means less than or equal to 20 hours. At least $220. At least. That means greater than or equal to $220. So which one could be answers? Less than or equal to $20. Or this. So it is the answer, right? A and D says what? Greater than 20. Supposed to be less than or equal to 20 because it said no more than 20 hours, right? and at least to $20. That means greater than or equal to. Which one is greater than or equal to? Yes, C is the answer. She says greater than or equal to. If she worked for the tutor X hours, and then she works Y hours for lifeguard, the number of total hours is X plus Y, right? That supposed to be less than or equal to 20 hours, no more than 20 hours. And then every hour can earn $12 for tutor, so she's gonna earn $12 from tutor. And then from lifeguard, 9.5 and then at least you need to earn 220, so greater than 1 to 20. This is the right inequalities in this scenario. Which of the following order the pair x, y satisfy the system of inequalities above? I told you plug in these numbers and both inequalities, and then both inequalities true, that point is the answer, right? Try to -1, -2, -1. X is -2. Y is -1. Is that true? No. -5 is greater than negative. It's not true. It's false. So A is not. What about B? -1, 3. If X is -1, Y is 3. No. -1, 3. That means 3 is less than or equal to -2. That's not true. That's false. What about 1, 5? X is 1, Y is 5. That's true. 5 is less than or equal to 4. No, it's not true. Oh. Only one left. 2m -1. 2m -1. Yeah, -1 is less than or equal to 7. That's true. 2n -1. So 2 minus -1 greater than 1. 3 is greater than 1. Yeah, true and true. So this is the answer. A psychologist set up an experiment to study the tendency of a person to select the first item when presented with a series of items. In the experiment, 300 people were presented with a set of 5 pictures arranged random order. Each person was asked to choose the most appealing picture. Of the first 150 participants, 36 chose the first pictures. Among remaining, the other 150 participants, P people. How many people? P people choose the first picture in the test. More than 20% of all participants choose the first picture in the set. Which of the following inequalities best describes the possible value of P? Think about P people chose, right? Among remaining 150 participants. So first 150 participants, among them, 36 chose first picture, 36. Second 150, P people chose. That is what? 20% of all participants, more than 20%. So that supposed to be greater than 20%, which means 0.2 times total number of people is 300. And then P is people chose the first picture from remaining 150 participants. So they cannot be over 150, they try less than or equal to 150. So which is the answer? 36 plus P plus 36, 0.20 times 300, where P is less than or equal to 150. 4, D is answer. D. Number 10. Jamie is preparing for the bicycle race. His goal is to bicycle on average of at least 280 miles per week for 4 weeks. He bicycled 240 miles for the first week, and then 310 miles for the second week. 320 miles third week. So which of the inequality can be used to represent the number of miles X Jamie could bicycle on the fourth week to meet his goal? So at least 280 miles per week. So his average miles per week is 280. But first week 240 miles. plus. Second week, she bicycle 310. And then third week, 320. And I don't know, fourth week, that's x. And divide by 4. Because average of 4 weeks, that average is at least, that means greater than or equal to 280. Now I'm going to multiply it by 4. Because there is no this inequality in the choices, right? 4 and 4 cancel out. So what is left? This is left. So that's why this is the answer. Average of 4 weeks. So sum of all miles from 4 weeks divided by 4. That supposed to be at least 280. So greater than or equal to 280. Number 14, the laundry service is buying detergent and the fabric softener from its supplier. The supplier will deliver no more than 300 pounds. Okay, no more than 300 pounds. Less than or equal to 300 in a shipment. Each container has a weight. Okay, detergent weight is 7.35 pounds, and then softener weight is 6.2 pounds. If D and S represent the number of detergent and softener, so D plus 7.35D plus 6.2S. And then the service wants to buy at least twice as many containers of detergent as container fabric softener. That's why D is greater than or equal to 2S. At least twice. That means greater than or equal to twice. A is the answer, right? Which of the following numbers is not a solution of inequality 3x minus 5? It's greater than or equal to 4x minus 3. It's an easy problem. Add 5, add 5. 3x, 4x, negative 3 plus 5 is plus 2. Then subtract 4x, subtract 4x. Gone. Negative x is greater than or equal to 2. And then you're going to divide by negative 1. Negative 1, negative 1, right? To make x. So x is greater than or equal to? No, because we divide by negative number. That supposed to be what? Less than or equal to negative 2. So negative 2, negative 3, negative 5, all these numbers is less than or equal to negative 2. But negative 1 is not less than or equal to negative 2, right? It says which number, following number, not a solution. Okay, that's why negative 1 is not a solution. So we talked about inequality problem. So basically you have to understand only one part is different from equation. When you divide both sides negative number, direction should be changed. Be careful, at least, at most, no more than, no less than. Okay? And then you have to figure out how to solve a system of linear inequalities. That's all about equality problem on SAT test. Please subscribe and like and turn on notification. I'll post at least 1 or 2 videos every week. Thank you so much. See you next time.